Now, a heat wave has covered much of Europe on Monday with a record hot first day off at play at Wimbledon and high winds fanning forest fires in Turkey and France. Heat warnings have been issued for parts of Spain, Portugal, Italy, Germany and the UK, with new highs expected on Wednesday before rain should bring a respite to some areas. Let's now look at this map now. This is the map, an animated map of the heat wave in Europe. It shows daily temperatures forecast from Monday, 30th of June, and goes through July 5th. It goes to July 5th. Now, major heat waves across southern Europe have pushed temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius in countries including Italy, Spain, and Greece. And as local authorities have issued fresh warnings against the risk of wildfires. Now, this is till the 5th of July. Now, let's look at the countries facing severe heat wave. Now we start off with France, right here. In France, where air conditioning remains relatively rare, authorities are taking extra effort to care for homeless and elderly people. Misting stations are dousing passerbys along the River Seine in Paris. Tourists in Paris are also finding ways to cope with the heat, as the capital, like the rest of France and the southern Europe, endures a persistent heat wave. French health minister has announced an awareness campaign. Let's listen in.
It's more about communication, and shortly, once the red alerts are issued by Meteo France, the French weather agency EDIMI, for heatwave zones, communication plans will be rolled out on radio, television, and social media to further raise awareness. It's a level of vigilance, but it does not determine how healthcare services are organized.
And move on to Belgium now. Residents of Belgian retirement home were seen cooling their feet in a dipping pool. Windows were kept shut, the garden was ruled out of bounds. The Royal Meteorological Institute has now issued an orange heat warning across most of the regions of Belgium for the coming days. Now, this is triggered when temperatures exceed 35 degrees Celsius. Now, the Weather Department has advised elderly people to drink enough water to keep themselves cool and to avoid physical activities.
We notice that the residents, are struggling with the heat. First of all, because they cannot go outside anymore during the afternoon because it's too hot, and many residents here enjoy going outside. As a result, they feel a bit locked up here. Also, when we look at our weaker residents, we notice that they are suffering from the heat. They are moving less, sleeping more, or we see that they are not feeling well. So yes, the high temperatures have mental and physical consequences.
And next up is the UK. Britain's National Weather Service said that the Wimbledon tennis tournament was facing what could be its hottest start, with temperatures just under 30 degrees Celsius. Britain's National Meteorological Service has said that temperatures are expected to peak on Tuesday at around 34 degrees Celsius. A heat health warning has been issued by the UK Health Security Agency and has been expected to remain in effect till Wednesday.
It's really hot. It's definitely a little bit challenging, I would say, in terms of just because there's not necessarily a big breeze. It's like you can handle hot weather, but when it's not breezy, that makes it like kind of compounded, where you're like, whoa. And then, I don't know, you just have to hydrate really well.
Well, moving on to Portugal, where visitors in Lisbon tried to stay away from scorching sun as an early heat wave hit southern Europe. In southeast Portugal's town of Moura, temperatures have risen to 46.6 degrees Celsius. That is setting a new record high for June in the country, exceeding the previous record of 44.9 degrees Celsius in 2017. Weather Service IPMA has put 5 districts in central and southern Portugal, including Lisbon, where thermometers can hit 41 degrees Celsius, on red alert for high temperatures on Monday. Moving on to the Netherlands, which is also experiencing several days of intense summer heat, with tropical temperatures and high UV levels prompting warnings about sunburn and sleepless nights. On Monday, temperatures ranged from 26 degrees Celsius in the north to 33 degrees Celsius in the south. And forecasts say Tuesday will bring widespread tropical heat with maximum temperatures ranging from 30 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius.
everybody says that this year was very exceptional. Like we had a lot of sun. It was a very dry season, which is enjoyable. But like now we feel the heat, and that's true that it's very heavy, I would say.
Now, as extreme temperatures grip southern Europe on Monday, an expert has now warned that such heat waves are likely to become more frequent due to climate change. Listen to her.
Unfortunately, it does seem quite likely that we will be seeing more of this in the future. We've had quite a few studies out earlier in the year. So, for example, we're in the UK, we're now 50-50 chance we'll see another 40-degree day within the next 12 years. We're going to be seeing more days above 40 degrees, certainly more days above even 34 or 35 degrees. And across Europe, of course, the temperatures are even higher, and it is more likely we'll see more days like that.